What up, though? It's your girl, Tamara Dawn, and welcome to Tamara Till the Break of Dawn. Now, first things first, I want to thank y'all for hopping on my train of thought today, because you literally could be doing anything else right now, so I appreciate you tuning in. And before I get too far off into this intro, I definitely want to give a special shout out to my podcast fam. So make sure y'all actually check out them podcast suggestions in the episode note. Last but not least, I want to give a special shout out to Sniper T for this beat, and all his information can be found in the episode notes as well. So, now that we got all that out the way, let's get it. Y'all, I think I'm having a midlife crisis or something, or I don't know. Maybe y'all struggling too. It's just this little Rona, man, why is this still a thing? We ain't even about to go there right now. Hopefully not at all. I really just can't even believe that this is life. Like, tomorrow's my daughter's 18th birthday, and her graduation is Sunday, and it don't make sense to me. Like, for one, I just can't fathom the fact that she's like actually done with high school. Like, she finished on the 1st, and they actually already gave her diploma or whatever when they gave her cap and gown, because they're doing this whole virtual graduation. Like, I'm really about to see my daughter's graduation on Facebook and YouTube, and that is just ghetto as hell. And it don't even seem like she really about to graduate, but she's really done with school. Like, high school's over. I don't understand my life. I'm about to be 40 next month. Is it May or is it April? It's May. I'm about to be 40 next month. Like, bruh, what is life right now? And I didn't even really want to record for this week. I don't know. But I'm going to just give it to y'all. I'm going to just give y'all where I'm at. I'm really struggling. Like, I just feel like and I said it, I think last week, I just feel like I have no control over anything right now. And I know that's not true. I know that there are tons of things that I have control over. And, like, it's super dope. Finally found an apartment, so we're going to be moving on Monday. But even that's weird because, like, I haven't lived in an apartment since, like, 2007. The last time I lived in an apartment, I was married. And then when we split, it wasn't no more apartment living. Not because of the split, but I've just lived in houses since then. So that, like, high key gives me anxiety to think about being all them people just, like, right there all around me. Like, I don't know. But I guess living in this hotel maybe, I guess, prepared me. I mean, it's not that bad when you in your spot, you know, you just in there. But yeah. So we moving in an apartment or whatever. So that's going to be different. But there's going to be some plus side, you know what I mean? Ain't no yard work, because I used to do that. Ain't no shoveling. Ain't no garage, though. I'm going to miss that. But, you know, it is what it is. And still working from home. Like, bruh, I never signed up for this. I never asked for this. I never, like, wanted to just be at home all day and just work at home. Like, some people, this what they do on a regular. That ain't me. Like, I like to go to work. Even though the traffic drove me crazy because it was a 30-minute drive to work on a good day. Because let's not get into the winter when it be accidents like once a week. Sometimes 45-minute drive. But I'll take all that over being in the house all day. So I'm just like, I don't know. My birthday is literally the only day of the entire year that I ever really want to try to make about me. And I'm just, if my birthday is still with this bull, my 40th, it's a milestone. I ain't never gonna turn 40 again. I'm about to be mad. Like, I'm already knowing, because that's literally the only day that I really just try to make about me. Even though really it's hard to do that, because then 2 days later is the girl's dad's death anniversary. If you're new, my ex-husband / my daughter's father was killed almost 5 years ago. 2 days after my birthday, bro. I remember my 35th birthday, though. Like, that was a milestone birthday, too. So, let's think back through the years of my birthdays. 21 was some bull. 25 was some bull. 30, I don't remember. I guess it must have been cool. 35 was good, and then it was some bull, because 2 days later, I was literally celebrating my 35th birthday when I got the call or whatever. And now here we are, 40. The whole world is shut down. Like, what is happening? I don't even understand. And then let's talk about what else is on my mind, because this is just about to be, it's about to be all over the place. Y'all really about to ride my train of thought and see how ADD my mind really is on a regular. Like, my thoughts be all over the place. So, I found out that, and it's funny because normally I would just address this, but I promised I wouldn't say anything before I knew what I was promising, so I gotta uphold my word. But, and I know if this person happens to just randomly come across this, it ain't like they gonna fess up to telling my business. But I found out somebody, and it's like, I don't really like tell everybody my business like that, which sounds crazy because I be telling my life on the podcast, but it's like there's certain parts of my life I don't just put on here all like that. And I'm kind of selective about who I tell my business to, like in real time or whatever. And I had somebody come to me or whatever, and they was questioning me about something that I had never told them. And I'm like, well, who you find that out from? And who they have found that out from was somebody I didn't even tell. So it's like, bruh, who all you been telling my business to? And like, I'm high-key upset about that, because I don't be just telling everybody my business like that. And I usually have pretty decent discernment or intuition or whatever word you choose to use. I use discernment. But I'm usually I'm a pretty good judge of character. So, I was high-key offended when I found out that somebody who I had been not confiding in all like that, because at the same time, if I tell you something, there's nobody that I really just 100% trust that you just ain't gonna tell somebody. Like, everybody got that one person that they tell, people business or whatever. But I'm the kind of person that I try to rationalize, like, okay, why would this make sense as to why they would do it? But it ain't really no reason why they should have been telling my business like that. And like I said, I don't do the whole subliminals thing. I usually just address things head on. I'm not saying all aggressive or whatever, but I just feel like if I got an issue with something you did, or I'm trying to understand why you did what you did, I'm going to just come to you, woman to woman or whatever. But I promised I wouldn't say nothing when this person came to me, and I'm just like, oh no. So what I learned from this, though, is, it's like you gotta move even. I gotta start moving even slower, and yeah, like moving even slower on, I guess, trusting people, or I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's a lesson in this, because I always look at everything as a lesson, but I don't got a lesson for y'all for this at this moment. I'm just kind of dumping my thoughts out. I've really been using this podcast lately as just like a venting place, so I apologize if this ain't what you want, but if you're gonna ride my train of thought, this is where I'm at right now. Like, I'm really struggling, and I'm really restless, and I'm really trying, like, I'm at this point, and I always come back to this point, and I don't know what brings me back to this point, but I'm at this point where I really wrestle with making reckless decisions, because I don't know, everything just feels like I have no control over what's going on, as I've said before. And so then I just feel like the way that I take control of this scenario or situation or whatever is to just do what I want to do, instead of necessarily doing what I should do or what's best, just doing what I want to do, whatever it is that is going to bring me, I don't want to say joy, but some sort of happiness, or make me feel good in the moment. Being more like a microwave mindset instead of a crock pot. You know what I'm saying? Looking for that instantaneous sort of gratification or whatever. And so I'm at that point where I'm really wrestling with not making reckless decisions, because I just feel super anxious. Like, yeah, we're moving, and that's dope, because we've kind of just been in transition for a while, but it's just a lot of unknowns, and I get super anxious, with fear of the unknown and whatever. So hoping everything, I don't know, like, bruh, it's funny, because I was watching somebody's live earlier. I don't even remember, but it was talking about how just paranoid people, or he was talking about, matter of fact, Autumn from the Lit Life podcast, she sent me this, I don't know, she sent me a link, or IG, whatever. She sent me the link to somebody's live on Instagram, and I watched it for a while, and it was this dude on, which I feel like it was, I forget what he said his name was, but it don't matter who it was. It was this dude, right? And he was talking about how just paranoid he be, and I started thinking, like, I be having, like, irrational fears that they seem normal to me, but, like, when I say them out loud to my kids, because that's who usually gets, you know what I mean, like, the rawest version of me, because I'm around my kids. Oh my gosh, especially right now, we literally spend like every moment together in the same room, because I'm working from home, and or when we leave, like, I don't leave by myself, we leave together. And so they're the ones who shed light on things that to me it seems normal, like when I be driving and stuff, and like a car be behind me, I be feeling like they following me if they make too many of the same turns as me, and I feel like that's normal. And then I be like feeling like I gotta, shake them or just go a different way so they don't know where I live or where I'm going or whatever. But I guess that's not normal, because my kids be like making it seem like I'm tripping, but I be feeling like these people be trying to follow me. But maybe it's because I be watching a lot of, like, Criminal Minds or Law and Order SVU, or just these shows that have all these weird crimes happening or whatever, stalkers and whatnot. But I don't know. I don't even know what made me go on that train of thought. So yeah, I'm already knowing today's about to be super random, which I apologize, but I can only give y'all what I got, or you ain't gonna get nothing. So I figured it was better for me to just be super transparent rather than just not do an episode, because that's kind of, I don't know, kind of where I was at. Like, man, I don't even feel like I have a lesson or a point or whatever. But I guess, the reality is my life ain't always together. Some people, they seem to think that because I go through a lot of crazy circumstances and I survive. But man, in the midst between here and there, when I'm in the middle of the struggle, y'all don't even know what I be going through, and I know I ain't the only one. And so that's why I am transparent, because for one, I'm gonna tell my story before somebody else tell it. Because here's the crazy thing about when I found out about, let's get back to this person telling my business. They was telling all my business. Anyways, not all of it, because I don't tell anybody all my business, but they weren't even telling it right. So the way the story was coming back to me, I was like, bruh, that ain't even how it happened. You know what I mean? And who knows if that's how, man, listen. Yeah. So, the crazy thing about, okay, so I just lost my train of thought. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back. So if you're thinking about doing a podcast, I highly suggest you use Anchor, and here's why. Now, first things first, it's free, and you can even make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. I'm talking dollar bills, y'all. Plus, Anchor will distribute your podcast for you to the major platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and a bunch of others, so that's one less thing you got to worry about. And they got all the tools you need to record and edit your podcast in one spot. And you can do all that from your phone or your computer. So, in my opinion, it's really the easiest way to make a podcast. Now, if that's what you're looking for and you're ready to jump on it, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Alright. So, it's stupid. And it's just dumb, and it's some bull, and I just can't even believe this is my life, is that I have recorded a whole second half of this episode. I was feeling it. It was good. I just go off the dome, so ain't no script. I thought I saved it, and I didn't, and it's gone, and here we are. That's my life. That is the type of stuff that happens in my life. But I'm going to tell y'all something good that happened this week. I went grocery shopping, and somebody had gave me some Walmart gift cards. So, I'm out here just, hey, y'all want snacks? Get all the snacks, because we balling, you know what I mean? I'm like, get 2 snacks, 3. Oh, you want some Lunchables too? Yeah, you get all that, right? Making it rain with the snacks or whatever. And so I had got me some sugar-free Russell Stover's candy, because y'all know I'm on this keto thing, and I've been slipping and falling and can't get up. Not like super bad, but I've been slipping or whatever, and then getting back up, and then now I ain't really slipping no more, because the whole reason I changed my diet, besides the part where I'm trying to get back to where I was, there's the part where I don't like how tired I feel after I eat. You know what I mean? That carb crash is real, and I don't like it. But this sugar-free Russell Stover's candy that I found, it's only 2 net carbs or whatever per serving. And no, the peanut butter one don't taste just like a Reese's peanut butter cup, but it's good enough, you feel me? And that's all what it's about, is substituting for what I don't supposed to be eating. Just like keto ice cream. It ain't real ice cream, but it make it do what it do, you know what I mean? And I buy it. So I just thought I would tell y'all that good thing that happened, because other than that, it's just been some bull. Like earlier, I'm trying to be a good mom or whatever, take my kids on a little driving lesson, because, it's my fault. They ain't got their licenses. They ain't got their driver's license yet, because I ain't been consistent with lessons, because I don't know, I be tired after work, whatever, but I'm just like, okay, ain't no commute home. I'm trying to get out the house so we could do everything y'all want to do that I normally be too tired, because I want to get out of here, you know what I mean? So we doing driving lessons or whatever, and my youngest, she had like level 1, so we just be really just in the parking lot at they school, but it's a good little setup, because it has like a upper parking lot and a lower parking lot, and the parking lot to the left and the parking lot to the right, and then so and we got a little bit on the main streets or whatever, so that's what she on. My oldest daughter, the one who tests my gangster on a regular, she's like, I don't want to drive in the parking lots. I want to drive on the streets, because that's what helps me. So I'm like, okay, let me be a good mom. Let me try to do what she needs. Not what I think she needs, but let me try to meet her needs that she trying to tell me she need or whatever. So we driving on the main streets. Now, mind you, this wasn't her first lesson, so she is a more experienced driver or whatever. So I thought. But let's talk about what happened today. So we driving, and we behind this truck, and she's like, at first, just driving behind the truck, and it's like, it wasn't a semi-truck, but it was just a big truck driving all slow, and I'm like, why you staying behind this truck? Like, get over, switch lanes, because we gonna have to make that left anyway, because I got them some pizza for dinner or whatever. Nope, I didn't eat none. I wanted some too. It was Papa John's. That's what we eat. If you don't like it, I don't care, because that's what we eat. And then breadsticks was smelling so good, and just, I feel like all the carbs was calling me, but I didn't eat none. Okay, so she trying to get over. Man, listen, this girl almost killed us. I promise you, I'm not exaggerating. She getting over. It ain't enough room. I know that truck was cussing her out, high key. Had to slow down. Me and her sister is calling her name, like, whatever. And then she got a little attitude talking about, you ain't have to yell at me. Bruh, you ain't have to almost kill us. You feel me? And then this is where she tests my gangster. So the lesson that we were trying to tell her is that she needed to speed up if she was going to try to get in front of somebody. Like, you don't just merge over and expect them to just figure it out and slow down. You got to speed up. She ain't never did nothing like that before. I don't know. We just gonna blame that on the Rona too, because she's actually a really good driver. Today, like, if she was really not a good driver, I wouldn't be telling this story, but it's just funny because it's just unlike her. She's a good driver. But today, players mess up, you feel me? So she messed up today. Then she got a little attitude and want to be petty, and we hit the little stoplight or whatever, and then she want to speed off all crazy, and She want to speed off all crazy and be like, is that fast enough? See, that's how I knew she was trying to be petty. Like, in that moment, like, not only was she being petty, but she was letting me know. She was like, man, and she about to be 18. She gonna have to get out, because I ain't, like, I know how I was when I was 18, and I'm not dealing with that. I ain't the one for that. But yeah, she caught herself trying to, I don't even know what she thought she was doing, but I bet you this much. I bet you that driver's lesson was over after that moment, because if you can't be level-headed when you in a driving lesson and you want to be petty and do all this other stuff, no, we ain't finna do no more driver's lessons today, little girl. So we had to shut that down. But the good thing about it is that we do have a solid relationship to where, you know, we were able to talk about it later. You know, we all in the same room right now, so she looking at me as I'm recording this, and, you know, it is what it is. But that is what is going on with my day. And then let's talk about my youngest, because let's talk about how she want to throw petty subliminals talking about, I read an article that said that families should not try to judge the way the rest of their family members cope with the pandemic. And when I read that, I felt that. That's what she said, right? Just randomly out of nowhere. So I'm like, you know, what you mean you felt that? Like, you know, are you trying to say that I'm trying to say that you should cope a certain kind of way? Because I didn't think that's what I was doing. Man, listen. First of all, with this online learning, judge me if you want to. I don't even care, because it's too much going on. I'm trying to work from home. I don't want to do that. And then you think I'm supposed to be somebody teacher and principal and monitor? No. I'm like, just make it do what it do. Hey, man, if you got to look the answers up and you got the book, I don't even care. Just turn your work in, make it work. However you make it work, it is what it is. That's what I had told them. They get up when they get up. Ain't no kind of schedule. Man, I try to not have them eating all this junk that they want to eat, the little snacky snacks as they call it. Man, but it's just whatever. It's all kinds of stuff going on. We just gonna blame everything on the Rona. So I didn't really feel like, you know what I mean, I was telling her how she should cope. But she gonna say, well, complaining is how I cope. Okay, but here's the thing, ma'am. Okay, let me tell y'all a little story real quick. I used to want to be a family therapist, right? That's why my bachelor's degree is in psychology, because I was going to be a family therapist. But then what I realized is two things. One, you cannot have a dual relationship with your clients. And as you know, as I've said before, I've done youth ministry, and the main ways that I've interacted with and helped people prior to some forms of employment I've had is mainly been ministry, where it's super relational. And so I knew that I didn't want to have that limit. But then on top of that, the thought of just listening to like, I am an external processor, but also I'm solution oriented, and I don't like to just complain, and like I get it out and then I try to figure out how I'm gonna make it do what it do or whatever. So it's like listening to somebody who just complain, okay, I'm gonna let you vent, but we also gonna try to work it out or whatever. And she really be like there's solutions to her frustrations, and I'm whispering because she's watching me because we all in the same room. She's literally looking dead at me, but I don't even care, because it's solutions to some of the stuff that she's complaining about, and she don't want to do nothing about it. And I'm like, bruh, like, we could fix this problem to where you don't have to be upset. And she just, apparently that's how she copes is what she wanted to inform us in her little announcement that she made. So this is the type of stuff that I've been dealing. This is just today. We ain't even gonna talk about the other days. This is all just what happened today. One of my daughters almost killed us. It wouldn't have been no podcast. And you know what's crazy? I be wondering, like, if I just, because I mainly be on Twitter, Facebook. I don't know. I don't even know if y'all pay attention, because y'all don't interact with me on Facebook like my Twitter folks do. So I don't even know if y'all even would care if I stopped posting on Facebook. But I be wondering, like, if I died, like, would anybody even know? Okay, let me just tell y'all something, especially Twitter. I be on Twitter every day. There literally is not a day that I don't tweet. I might not tweet as much, but usually I at least tweet by the end of the day if I've had a crazy day or whatever. And I usually come through with, did y'all miss me or something like that. I do it on Facebook, but I don't know. And it's crazy because I actually knew all y'all before I even had a podcast, and it just seems like y'all don't even really care about me like that. But okay, let me stop. I know y'all care, but I'm talking about interacting with me on the socials. You feel me? So I be wondering sometimes, like, if I was to die, would anybody even notice that I didn't tweet? Or the people, like, there's only a couple people that I talk to. Usually they hear from me every day. And I sometimes wonder, like, if I died and I just didn't text the two people that I text, like, if they just didn't get a text from me, would they even, like, I don't know. I just been all over the place. But yeah, that's, you know what I mean? Like, what been going on in my life. And I love my kids. I swear I do. I promise I love them. But I will be so glad when I'm not in their face all day, because I need my own space. Like, I need my own space. And they back there right now. This is what they do. Like, man, hey, one time I was at work and I was trained, like, I'm a quality assurance and training, and I train staff and I do all these things, and I'm just saying that's just part of what I do. And I was like on this video call training somebody, and they in the background arguing, talking about, I hate you, nigga. Like, that's what my youngest. And I'm just like, man, I just hope this person, this is my life right now, y'all. And I know everybody, hey, man, I bought them some fruit snacks, right? When did we go grocery shopping? Today's Tuesday. Pretty sure we went grocery shopping on Sunday. And I bought them some fruit snacks. It was 50 packs of fruit snacks in that box. That means 25. It should last 25 days, right? I'll even say it should last 12 days if they ate 2 a day, if that's what they really gotta do. And I don't know if y'all can hear them laughing in the background. Matter of fact, how many packs of fruit snacks y'all got left?
0.
It's Tuesday. I bought them a 50-pack box of fruit snacks on Sunday, and she said they got 0. This is what they do. And then they buy their own little snacky snacks. But then she tried to come at me and talking about I'm trying to control how you coping. Girl, you wouldn't be eating all these fruit snacks if I was controlling how you coping. So yeah. But I guess I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here, because I have really been rambling. Hopefully all of this makes sense. But like I said, either you was going to get what you was going to get, or you was going to get nothing at all. And this is where I'm at. I'm literally all over the place. We are moving. Let me just reiterate that. Praise Jesus, man, because I'm bruh. But at the same time, apartment living, have not done that in, I was married and I've been single since 2007. So it's been a long time since I've lived in an apartment. And the thought of everybody being all around is just whatever. But at the same time, there are definitely benefits. No yard work, cheaper bills because I don't have to pay as high for utilities and whatnot. So, it's going to be good. It's just I just struggle with change. And that's, I struggle with change. And there's just so much change happening at the same time. So it is what it is. But as always, thank you for listening. Especially this episode is super just, I don't know. If you heard it, that means I went back and listened and was like, okay, I guess that makes sense or whatever. I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all day, night, whatever. Be kind to people. Like, we literally are all struggling. We all got something going on. And even if you feel like your struggle is worse than the next person's, their struggle is what they can handle, and don't try to make it seem like, oh, they should be able to handle it better or whatever. How you gonna talk about what somebody else can handle? Be kind. Be kind. Be kind. Extend grace, because we all need it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I am still working and I am super grateful to still have employment, but it is still a struggle for someone like me to be working from home. And it is a struggle to be working from home, looking at the same four walls all day, looking at my kids all day, and all these things. We all struggling. Rona is out here just doing her thing. I don't know why I feel like it's a woman, but Rona is out here just doing her thing. She don't listen. So yeah, extend grace, extend grace, extend grace. Be kind. That's all I got for you. Hopefully y'all tune in next week or whatever. And I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. So first things first, shout out to Sniper T for this beat, and all his information can be found in the episode notes. Now, like I say on social media, I want y'all to interact with me, so here's a few ways you can do that, and the links and whatnot to all these methods are in the episode notes as well. Now, you can leave me a voicemail. Call 720-457-4022. You can email me. Hey, y'all can follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, and I'll follow you back. And then you can go ahead and slide in the DMs, just not on no weird stuff. You can also like the Facebook page, and the link on there goes to my email as well. Now, what I need y'all to do is pay attention on my socials for when I ask for feedback for the Thoughts to Ponder episodes that air every other Monday, because the reality is that y'all feedback is what makes those episodes dope. So, leave me a voicemail, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or email me. Just holla at your girl.